Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo, and today we're going to challenge Immortal Typhon. We're going to do much better than what we did about 6 weeks ago when this thing arrived in the game. You can see that I was able to reach 202 million, which isn't bad, but considering this team, I mean, I have 2 level 50 characters with max capsules, a level 40 character. All 3 of these characters got imprint stones on them. Pretty Zero, she has 2 imprint stones on her. We're running the Akane set on her. The cards are leveled up, except this one could be up to level 30. And then for Ignatz here, he's at level 50. I do have a Tekken set on him. Just 1 card here. It could boost his CP up a little bit if we had something here, but he does have max capsules, and he does have 1 level 10 imprint stone that is increasing his attack. And that recovery is very important for Ignatz because he actually died. Even at level 50, this guy can die. Not real easy, but towards the end of the fight, you'll see he'll croak. And then we have Nameless here, who's at level 50, 2 imprint stones. We're going to run the Chaos set on him. Both his cards are maxed out, except, well, this one needs to be level 30, but close enough. And we're going to be using Halloween Chris as well. And the beautiful thing about both these leaderships is, and the Nez team just proves to be just immensely powerful throughout all of this game, because you can get this PG rate from Pretty Zero, who's an absolute monster, and then you get the gain, the attack gain for your characters as well. And PG rate is where it is. When it comes to all these immortals, except for Immortal Victor, the Ryu set and the Tekken set are obsolete. Only Immortal Victor do the Rio set work, or does the Rio set work. It doesn't work with a damn against this. It's all about PG rate. It's all about increasing your PG rate. So having these leaderships that increase PG rate is massive. So we're going to be running with Halloween Chris because of his PG rate gain and this 45% attack. And I think it's absolutely awesome that they put this character in the roulette and are allowing us to hopefully get more memories. Not everybody's going to get a lot of memories. I realize that. But still, you know, hopefully everybody can at least get 1 and at least get this guy awakened. But if you got terrible luck, it's probably not going to happen. We are going to be running the Noah set. Both of his cards are maxed out, 3 PG cards, and I am running a Zhongfei card on him. On your first team, you want to run these Zhongfei cards on characters that don't have chill damage. This chill damage is very important because it's going to decrease the enemy's damage received. Or I'm sorry, it's going to increase the enemy's damage received. So the more chill, the more damage you're going to do to this guy. Plus, all of this chill will stack to team 1, stacks up to 50. So the more chill, the more damage. And then we're going to be using Vanessa because all 3 of these characters you definitely want for purple type. You definitely want Kula on this first team for Immortal Typhon. There's a whole bunch of other teams, but this is what I'm going to run with today because so far from all the testing, this has proven to be one of the best setups, although there is one character that I do want to put on here, but she just isn't ready. But we are going to run with Vanessa, and the reason we're going to run Vanessa, we do have a Noah set. We do have a Zhongfei card on her. Does she really need it? Probably not, but I actually ran with it, and you're just going to gain extra CP from having this card, and it just seemed like we did a little bit more damage because we're applying even more chill. Vanessa already has chill damage on her second skill. Applies cold spell 6 seconds to target upon successful attack. Deals chill damage equal to 30% of attack every 1 second. And this is very important because, again, you're going to decrease Immortal Typhon's damage. You're going to increase it. And plus, she's a purple type. And purple have the advantage against this bastard. And then, of course, Kula. Funny note, you know, I went and looked back at my old video, and I actually was running Kula in the leadership, Nameless, and Ignatz on the first team. Kula was level 30, and she still is. You know, in 6 weeks, I haven't been able to buff her up anymore. And my Nameless was level 36. Now he's level 50. So I was able to work on him. And my Ignatz level 30, who we're not even using today. Because I think I'm just doing better with this setup because all these characters have the type advantage. They're going to be doing 50% more damage to this boss. And Kula, I mean, she's just amazing because of her freeze, because of her chill. I mean, she's just an absolute monster when it comes to doing this event. She's a purple type. She is the Kingdom Come, in my opinion, she has a lot of survivability. She's a balanced type. Vanessa can croak, but on the first team, the boss just kind of sits there and gets stunned when he gets frozen. He doesn't move around. He's not hitting you. So actually, having Vanessa on this first team is actually really good because you don't have to worry about her dying. I mean, if you got Kula on the team and you're playing, he's going to sit there and stand still at times and he's not going to be attacking. However, on the second team, it's a different world. On the second team, you really don't want chill. You just want the biggest powerhouses you have. And I'm running with this team because one, purple attack have the advantage. So my Ignis and Nameless both were at level 50. Both have imprint stones. So this really was the way to go for me. Although I could buff them up a little bit more. Pretty Zero, the same thing. Get her up to level 50 and that would really help out. But it really is insane how far you have to take these characters to put up a decent score. I mean, you really, 202 million, it'll get you some decent rewards. I'm going to be in this gold 3 here. And you can get these imprint stones right here, which is fine. It's 2 stats. I really prefer the 3 stats. I'm greedy because this extra stat, let me see if we go all the way to the bottom here. Yeah, you're not going to get them in here. And this is what kind of sucks. It isn't until you get into platinum. So if you're in Platinum 1, you're able to score 250 million, which I'm getting closer. But if you can get 225 million, this one you can start getting gold hammers. This is actually really where it's at. To me, Platinum's really where you want to be. And the reason being is because they have these stones. These stones that offer 3 extra stats. And this last stat is very important because it adds 12% attack to a defense, attack, or balance type character, depending on the color here. Which, like I said, goes up to 12%. That's a hell of a lot of extra attack on top of getting extra dot, extra HP, or attack, or whatever. That is crazy, crazy stats. That's really the goal. That's really what you're trying to get up to. I'm just not quite there. And it's just insane to me that all these characters, I got 2 level 50 characters and a level 40 with imprint stones on them, and I still can't do it. My Nameless has all max capsules. He's got a PG rate stone here. That's giving him 8% extra PG rate. And with Pretty Zero's leadership, has 28% extra PG rate. And then he's got 15% PG rate from his core. So Nameless has 43% PG rate. That is a lot. And he does a special all the time. He's an absolute monster for this, especially because he's a defensive type. And I'll increase defense type fighters defense, which is great for him because it's going to buff him up because a lot of his attack is based off defense. And the same with the car set that's on the Kea set. Ignis here, he can die pretty easy, but he is a purple type. He does have tremendous amount of damage. And even without any PG stones, you can do his 5 PG. If you got Pretty Zero in the leadership or Halloween Chris, that's going to buff that PG rate, you will be able to do his 5 PG, as you guys will see in the run. So this is the team that I'm running with. There are other teams you could use, but I really think these 2 leaderships are insane. I've tried all kinds of stuff to really buff this score up. I tried Pretty Zero with K-Dash, and K, he has the disadvantage against this boss, which kind of sucks. I was actually doing less damage when I threw him in there, even though he does have the long ultimate skill. So far, this is what I've done. And really on this second team, I really kind of would like to have Maxima. I almost want Pretty Zero up here and then have Ignis up here, right? Because Ignis just dies really easy. Just put a Zhang Fei card on him and then have Kula on the team as well. And then on the bottom one, have Halloween Chris, Maxima, and Nameless on the bottom team. The reason I'm not using Maxima is because I do have her leveled up. I've actually been experimenting with her a little bit. I do have her leveled up. But even at level 30, even with some capsules on her, she just dies. She dies way too easy, man. Even though she got immunity in her core effect, she's just real fragile. I think when I get her up to level 40, it'd be a lot better. But that's really what I want to do. And if you don't have Vanessa, you could put her on the first team and just give her a Zhang Fei card. Because she doesn't have chill. She has shock and burn, but she doesn't have chill damage. And you can use her. Her damage is actually better than Vanessa's. But I'm just using Vanessa because she already has chill damage on her second skill. And I'm just adding that Zhang Fei card just to increase that chill damage. So let's jump into the action and let's rock and roll. So as always, you want to make sure that you're running on semi-auto. If you run on auto, what's going to happen is your characters like Ignis, or you're trying to build up that 5 PG, they're just going to keep doing their 3 PG. And that 5 PG, like for someone like Ignis, is very long, and it's really going to help stall the countdown of the counter, therefore enabling you to do more damage. Now, one of these days I'll get up that 250 million. Here we go. And Kula having his 3 PG is really freaking insane for this. 6 weeks ago we didn't have it, and it's really helped. It's helped so much because she gets to freeze afterwards, and I mean he's just kind of sitting still. It's great. See him just there you know he wasn't quite there. And Chris is absolutely insane, man. He does wonderful. I really don't have no major issues with his survivability. I even tried him on the second team, and he did okay. Because he's a balanced type, he actually has better survivability than someone like Maxima. His stats are just better. He can just survive better. So you could actually run him on the first team or the second team. I mean, I tried running Vanessa, building her 5 PG, doing her 5 PG, but in all honesty, her regular 3 PG skill, her default skill, ultimate skill, or special skill, is actually a fairly long animation. Come on. Now, whenever I run Pretty Zero on this first team, and I run Kula on the team, and I run Ignis, and have a Zhongfei card on Ignis and Pretty Zero, I can get around over 100 million in the score. And you're going to see here that I'm not going to get over the 100 million. But whenever I tried, I just tried finagling my teams all over the place today. Tried setting up all kinds of different stuff. And this one here was the one that I got the most damage. This was the setup that I did the best with so far. Come on, here we go. And with Ignis, especially if he's on the second team, or really any character that has survivability issues, whenever Typhoon gets ready to slam down, guard. And the problem is, with Nameless, it's not so bad, because when Nameless is doing his 3 PG, you can still guard, you can still do your attacks, and it's not that bad. You can listen for the Immortal Typhon, he'll do his little scream, whatever, his roar, and then you can just hit your guard. But whenever Pretty Zero's doing her skills, you can't. It's just on an automatically play. It's kind of a thing that kind of sucks. But that's something that's really nice about Nameless is every time he does his 3 PG, you still can operate your character. You see that I'm still able to hit my buttons. I can still guard. Right now I'm guarding to try to make sure I don't take any damage. There we go. And that's what you're going to have to do with some of these fragile characters. On your second team, you're going to have to guard a little bit, be aware of what Immortal Typhoon is doing in order to hopefully keep him alive. Now see that attack he just did where he jumped down? If you're in front of that damn thing, oh my god, he will destroy you. Deal crap tons of damage to you. So, my goal is I'm trying to keep Ignis alive. And it's crazy because he's level 50. Max capsules, level 50. And still having problems keeping him alive. It's crazy. Come on, buddy. But you see, we can do the 5 PG. We're able to do it a couple times. Come on. But I was still pretty proud of this score, And there you see Ignis. He's pretty much, I think, about ready to croak. And yeah, he's dead. He just died at the end. We had 8 seconds left, which really sucks. Could have got out a little bit more damage, but it is what it is. I think if I'd have guarded a little bit more, probably would have done a little bit better. Sometimes it's best just to guard and try to keep your character alive so you can do more damage over time. But 202 million, not too shabby. So let me know in the comments what teams you're using, how well you're doing in this. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.